Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. It's what's left of Tuesday. It's almost 10:30 p.m. here in Georgia. So I was getting ready to just do some crafting, some late night crafting. So I thought I would turn on the Facebook and see if anybody's up. Just catch up, chat, hang out. Anybody out there? If you pop in, say hi. Let me know you're here. I did not even post a post saying I was going live, so I don't know if anybody will know I'm here. So if you happen to catch the replay, just say hashtag replay. Hey Cindy, hello. Totally random live. Hey Nora. I was getting ready to paint these or just kind of play around and make some of these, so I thought, you know what, I'll just turn on. I was thinking earlier about doing a late night craft, but I wasn't sure. Hey, Carolyn. Hello. Hey, Mary. Hi, everybody. Hey, Angel. So, how are y'all? What time is it where you're at? I'm in Georgia. It's almost 10:30. It's 10:20 p.m. I'm on the East Coast. So what I'm doing, I kind of did this. Okay, I'll show you what I did. I did this at the end of one of my lives the other day. It's just this was a wood slice, and I just tried to do this little cookie, and I love it. So my plan is to do a gingerbread tree, Christmas tree, one of many trees in my house. 9:20, so you're an hour behind me. Mary, you're the same time as me. Carolyn, you're an hour behind me. Hey, Carol Ann. So, over the weekend, I don't know if y'all saw, but I did a weekend special. I've been trying to do like a weekend special. It's usually things that I can cut during the week, small things, and that I can offer for a really good price. So, over the weekend, I did a weekend special, and it was inspired by that. It was two faux, I cut these on the laser, so they're not real wood slices like that is. But it was two faux wood slices, and it came with two little gingerbread cookies, and it came with twine, jute twine, and some little wooden beads. So really, and it came with a little container of some of these faux sprinkles. So I've been looking everywhere because I could not find my other sprinkles, and I found them because I was putting little containers of them in my scoops jar on my Whatnot auctions, and I found them. Look, I love these. So I found these, and I found these little faux sprinkles. They were with my bingo game because we'd been playing that on Whatnot. Hey Sharon. Hey Donna. Oh, you're sick. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. Yeah, get some rest. I hope you feel better. Hey Becky. Yes, your order shipped. Your get baked. So I love that sign. It's so cute. Hey Cheryl, your package shipped too. Hey Cheryl, check your messages, your private messages, and check and see if there's one from me as Studio J or as Jennifer. I might have sent from both, but I don't know if they were going through to you. And then also your email. I went ahead and sent out like a big box to you. So just check your messages and you can reply back to me from there. But yeah, you had a big box go out today. Thank you for sprinkling. Hey Amanda. Hello everybody. I was so busy today. I got everybody's hey Jessica. I got everybody's order completed. The only ones left to ship in the morning is Amanda, Diane, and then Susie. Yours is all ready except for that one shirt that we're changing the design. I didn't have that one in stock since that's not really what I was offering. I tried to stock up on the ones that I like threw out there, and I wasn't prepared for that. It threw me a curveball. Let's see. Okay, so I wanted to come on and make some. I did this one, and I wanted to show y'all how I did it, and I want to do them a little different. So I went to Dollar Tree and got some of this spackle. It's like it's just lightweight spackling. So I got some of this, and I got some little Dixie cups. That's what we call them, Dixie cups. So I'm gonna, because this one that I did on the live the other day, I just painted white paint, and then while it was wet, I sprinkled those sprinkles on there, and then after it dried, I went in and just did a coat of Mod Podge on it. But honestly, these will come off. I mean, all it takes, if you rub it, it's gonna just flick off, these little sprinkles. So I came up with another idea to make it look like frosting, because that's really what that was supposed to look like. So this spackle, I don't know if I get too close, is it blurry? Anyway, it's a little thicker, and it gives you something to kind of press your sprinkles down into and your cookie. So, oh, it's a cookie on a cookie. Your gingerbread man. But I want to do some, and I want to do different color frosting. Okay, so, and then just let it dry really good, like let it dry overnight. Now, I don't know how I did it. I didn't realize I had done it, but some of the ones that I cut on the laser, some have a hole in them as an ornament, and some don't. So the ones that people bought over the weekend, I sent out the ones that had holes in them, so you have somewhere to tie your little hanger. Hi Jan. So I'm going to use these that don't have one, and I'll just hot glue it to the back. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take just some of the spackle, and I'm going to mix it with paint, just, you know, like whatever paint you have, Apple Barrel, just whatever craft paint you have. So I did this one with the white frosting. I want to do one with red frosting. But what I'm going to do, I want to paint the edges. It's got like a little etched line around it. It's kind of scored in there. So I want to paint it. I want it to look like it's a wood slice. So I am going to go ahead and paint the edge. Well, you know what? Hold on. Since these are laser cut, the edge is already brown. Oh no, but you see a little bit of it, so I am going to do that. Sorry, I'm having a conversation with myself here, back and forth. So I'm gonna do burnt umber on the very outer edge, and then do a little bit of a tan color. That's what I did with this one. I don't know if you can see. There's a little bit of tan. It's burnt umber, then tan, and then the frosting, the cookie icing. Hey Bonnie. Hey Julie. Okay, so, oh, and I brought some little, I knew I had these. I brought these little tweezers. I just grabbed some at Dollar Tree, because that makes it easier when you're doing those little bitty faux sprinkles. You can kind of place them in there, and you're not sticking your finger all in it. So let me just paint that little edge right there, and then we'll mix up our faux frosting. Let's see, because I want to try it with, I did this one with white. I want to try it with pink. I want to try it with red, maybe green. I'm just thinking of different colors to do the frosting or the icing. Same thing, right? Actually, it was a weekend special, so it's not on my, I just ran them for the weekend, and they were $5 for a pair. And I sold all the ones that had the little hanger holes in them. I sold out, and I've got these that I had held out because they didn't cut a hole in them, so I didn't want to. So I was just going to paint them, but I may run them again over the weekend if I get a chance to cut some more. I've been trying to do something different every weekend, so y'all check my page every Friday or Saturday and see what the weekend special is. Lately it's been all about gingerbread men, but I may make some of these and put them in there if ever. Let's see how this goes, and if it goes good, then I'll make some up and put them in there. But and I'll probably do them like as a bundle, you know, not just one. Nobody wants to buy just one, you know. You want like a set, maybe 2, 4, 6, a dozen, I don't know. Because I want to make these as ornaments for my gingerbread tree that I don't have yet, but I am going to do one this year. Hey, Jill. Hello, hello. All right, so I got the dark brown. Let's do a little light brown, light mocha. Yeah, light mocha. Y'all, I swear I hear a coyote in the woods. It's weird because I always hear it when I'm up here. Like if I'm in my living room or my bedroom, I don't hear it. And one night I went up in the attic. The drop down, you know how like, I don't know if y'all have an attic. Yeah, it has the little drop down stairs, or not stairs, the drop down stairs, the drop down ladder. The little trap door, I call it a trap door. The little pull down door is in the ceiling here. And I had climbed up there one night to, I don't know what I was doing. I climbed up there for something. And man, that howling, barking, whatever that sound is that they make, it was echoing in my attic. It was the creepiest sound. You could really hear it good. And you can hear, sometimes you can hear owls out there hooting. Maggie hates the owls. Drives her crazy. Okay. I'm in Georgia. I've lived here all my life. Pretty much in the same area my entire life. All right, so I just messed it up. All right. All right, so I just did, you can barely see it, but I didn't want to leave it this MDF color. It's kind of a wood color, a light. It's almost like a cardboard color. Hey, Rebecca. Dozen would be good. Oh, for Christmas presents, these would make cute tags too. Like you could like decorate the front all cute and then paint the back like tan or white, and then you write on it with a Sharpie marker or a paint pen. That would be so cute. Maybe put the year or something like that. Put a little message. Okay, let me, because I want to do a red one, a pink one, and I think a green, or at least red and green. I did white already. Let's put my brush back in here. Hey, Darlene. Hello. Pink, green, red. I'll do one more. They would be cute teacher gifts too. I mean, it'd be something simple to give to anybody, you know, a coworker, your neighbor. Because, I mean, who doesn't love gingerbread men? I mean, even somebody that doesn't like go all out and put up a tree, you know, you could put this anywhere as a little decoration. I guess depending how you do it, you could either just put like a little hanger, or you could do a beaded, you could make it like one of those beaded garland things, you know, like put a little tassel thing on the end. That would be cute too. Be cute laying against like a little book stack. That would be cute. All right. Hey Barbara, hey Heather. Oh, hello fellow night owls. Okay. Confess, who's laying in the bed watching crafting videos? I do that. I get on late at night and I start scrolling and I have to watch. Oh, wait. That wasn't supposed to happen. But, and then I end up on Pinterest. And then before you know it, it's like 2 in the morning and I'm like, what am I doing? Oh, that was still wet. I just want to get a little edge of this because it's mostly going to be covered up, but I want to leave a edge showing so it looks like it's a wood slice. I just think it gives it a cute little rustic look. You know what? I fall asleep. I don't realize I'm even sleepy. I'll be watching them, and sometimes I'll be laying at the edge of the bed so I can prop it because your arm gets tired, and I'll be holding it. And what wakes me up is I drop it. I fall asleep and it falls out of my hand and it hits the hard floor. And then the dogs start barking. And it's like, oh my gosh, what have I done? And one night it fell and it went like, it hit the floor and kind of bounced and went under the bed. And I had to get out of the bed and climb under there and look for it. I was like, whoa. And then I think, gosh, what if I fall asleep and I start like hitting buttons, like if it doesn't fall on the floor? As long as I'm not on Whatnot and accidentally buy something, bid on something, that would be bad. That could be very bad. Okay, we're good. So all I did was just paint a little burnt umber, that any dark brown, and then a light mocha or a light tan, just right there. I didn't even paint the middle because I'm gonna put the faux icing we're gonna mix up. And y'all, this is from Dollar Tree. It's just lightweight spackling. $1.25. It's over, you know, with the hardware type stuff. We're just going to mix it with craft paint, any kind of paint you have. You do the same thing. It's awful. Because, I mean, as soon as it hits the floor, the dogs go crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay. We got those. All right, I'm just going to take these gingerbread. Okay, so when I did the live the other day, the event that I was in, at the end, the only reason I did this is I finished my project a little early and I still had to stay on. So I just had this on standby. Started messing with it. And so this little gingerbread man that I cut out, you can see all of his little pieces, like his eyes, his mouth, his buttons, and his little squiggles on his wrist and ankles. Those little pieces are teeny tiny. They were a pain in the butt. So, and half the time they fall down into the cracks of the Glowforge. It's called a crumb tray. It's like a honeycomb tray, and things that tiny will go down in there unless you've got masking tape on the back of your, surface or your material. So this was just, it was too much. So I'm doing these without, so it's just basically little holes there. Now when I squished him down into that frosting or that spackle, you can see like his eyes, he looks like a zombie. His eyes and his mouth, it kind of squished up in there. And you could probably take like a Sharpie or, a Sharpie or like the tip of, you know what I'm saying, something sharp, and or that dotting tool, and just kind of dot them if you wanted to. I might go back and do that. And then I put sprinkles, some of these faux sprinkles, the little peppermints for his buttons. I think that's so cute. So since this one is white, all these little colored sprinkles show up really good. Hey, Shelly. You have that thing. See, I used to have the thing on the back of my phone, but I had to change out my phone case because I can't put it in the stand when I do like Facebook Lives. And it was such a pain having to pull it on, take it off, take it on, put it on, take it off, all that stuff. So I used to have one of those things. I actually had the little ring thing, it was like a loop and you could put your finger in it. And so if it fell, it was kind of still hanging on your finger, but it was just, I had to stop. But what I was saying is all these colors show up really good on the white. So we're gonna have to do something different with the colors. So I'm gonna kind of pick through. Some of these are snowflakes. There's snowflakes, peppermints, chocolate chips. There's some little gingerbread looking ones. And then these are all like peppermint shapes. And then the others, the ones that I included with that kit, I probably won't include them. That was just a weekend special if I do sell, put them on in the shop, because I probably wouldn't have enough of these to go out that many. But these are from Michaels. But I'm sure you can find them on Amazon too. That's where these came from, Amazon, the ones with the snowflakes and peppermints. So I'm going to do a little combination. We'll see what shows up best. Get a sponge. And then my gingerbread color. I've been hooked on this Apple Barrel Territorial Beige. It's the perfect gingerbread color. Perfect gingerbread cookie color. You could use yes, you could use a toothpick. Or if you get one of those fine tip Sharpies, that would work really good too. Or this thing from Dollar Tree. I call it a little dot tool. It's like a score. Is it for scoring or something? It's got like a little dot, 2 different sizes. These make great little tiny dots. That would work. Probably. All right, so I'm just going to sponge these. This tape. I'm just going to do 3. Super easy, just solid brown tan. The loop thingy, that's what I had. Okay, so I'm just going to take these little Dixie cups. I'm going to do one color at a time. I'm not going to do a whole lot because it's not going to take much. And you can get these, you can get little palette knives at Dollar Tree also. All right, so I'm going to take some of that. Let's start with, let's do red. I got a new red. Now I love, I've been saying this Deco Art Tuscan Red has always been my favorite Christmas color. But it's the Deco Art Tuscan Red. Apple Barrel has a Tuscan Red and it looks more kind of a brown red. Got 2 emails from you. You got 2 emails from me. Okay, good. I kept trying to figure, how can I reach her? Because I tried to send a message and I didn't think it was going through. And Facebook's so funny about like letting us message people from a business page. So I went in on my personal page, and you know how sometimes if you're not friends on Facebook, it's like, what are you up to? So it's so hard to reach people. And I was like, oh, wait, I'll email her from her email address. From her order. So good. You got them. Okay. So perfect. You got a big box coming your way. Okay. This one's called, it's Folk Art Multi-Surface Satin Engine Red. Let's see the difference. I don't know. It looked really pretty in the store. Let's see the difference. They're both really pretty. Okay. This one's the Tuscan Red is a deeper red. It's this one. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna stick with that for now. It's deeper red, and I'm mixing it with this white spackle, so it might. I hope it doesn't turn pink. Cross your fingers. I don't really know a exact measurement. I'm just gonna. If it gets too runny, I can just add more spackle. All right, I think I'm gonna mix it with popsicle stick. Ooh, it's gonna be red. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It looks like frosting. It's kind of got a little pinkish tint to it. I'm going to add a little bit of the engine red with it. Well, a lot. That might have been too much. Still got a little bit of a pink hue to it, but it's still really pretty, so it's pretty. We're going to do it. All right, so I'm going to just blob it on here. Can y'all see? I'm going to keep it kind of thick. Just remember, the thicker it is, the longer you need to let it dry so it can set up. I was going to use that little palette knife, but this is actually working, so you may not need that palette knife. Just use a popsicle stick. Yummy. So we're gonna make it look like a cookie. Hey, Christine. Wait. I will. I'll send you a friend request. I don't get on my personal page very much, so all my friends are like, what's happened to you? Because I was that person that was on Facebook all day, every day. You knew what I had for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. You knew where I was at all times. One of my friends was like, is Facebook tracking you? I was like, no, I check in everywhere I go. And then suddenly I started doing this page, and I just kind of forgot to go back to that page. Okay. Let's, I'm going to put my cookie first so I can kind of work around him. So that way when I put him down on there, I'm not covering up and wasting any sprinkles. Okay, so I'm just going to plop him in there because I'm going to let him dry in the frosting. That'll act as glue. Oh yeah, and okay, so it comes up, it pushes up through there, which is really cool for his buttons. But the eyes look a little wicked. Oh my gosh, his buttons look really good though. Look at that. Yeah, the eyes, I'm gonna have to paint the eyes. But I like his mouth being red. I don't know, it might be okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pick out, I'm definitely gonna get some of these little snowflakes. Where's my tweezers? All right, here, I'm gonna put him up on here. Might be a little easier for y'all to see. Okay. Halloween gingerbread man. Yes. Eee. And one eye is bigger than the other. It's kind of bulging out. Here. Now. Ooh. Made his buttons get bigger. Okay. Snowflakes. I'm telling you, the tweezers make all the difference. Otherwise, your finger would be smashing in there and probably sinking them down in there. Just grab you a little pair at Dollar Tree. And then there's also these little peppermints. These are cute. I mean, I guess you could stand some up. I'm just going to flatten mine down. I'm more likely to probably pluck them out somehow if I don't. Just kind of poke them in there. Those over there, those sprinkles over there, the peppermints, I have green ones. Green and white, red and white, and then the red, green, and white all together. This one has chocolate chips too. I'm gonna put some of those in there. I think they're supposed to be chocolate chips. They look like little chocolate pieces. And then just the regular sprinkles. Oh, this is gonna be so cute. This is like playing that game Operation, remember? The game gave me a heart attack all the time. That and, oh gosh, I wish my friend Terry was on here. When we were kids, she was like, oh, you always wanted to play that game? And it would scare me so bad. What was it? What was it? Popped Up Perfection, where you had to put all the puzzle pieces. You had a timer, and it would pop up and shoot all the pieces all over the place. Do y'all remember that game? It was like an adrenaline rush. I loved that game, but it would scare us. We'd scream. Well, I'm not gonna put the red sprinkles because I'll save that for one of the other colored frosting. Here, hold on. I'll hold it up and show you where it's at so far. Okay. Oh, that's a big one. Alrighty. This is very relaxing. It's just like you kind of lose track of time just kind of playing with this. Let's see, the chocolate chip. Okay, I think that's enough. All right. Oh, how cute. So, any cute? Other than his red eyes? My goodness. I'm going to have to doctor that up some. Yes, Perfection. That was it. That was so fun. It was like my favorite one. Okay. Oh, cute, cute, cute. The red eyes just get me though. Okay, so there it is in red. Let's try, I'm gonna put it somewhere it's not gonna get touched. Where's that gonna be? All right, let's try it with green frosting. I mean, you could do turquoise frosting, and you could do whatever colors you're doing. I'm just gonna stick with some traditional ones first. Okay, so I'm just gonna do, I don't know, what would you say that, about a tablespoon? I don't know. Of course, if you mix too much, you can just go ahead and do another one. That's probably not enough to do a second one though. All right, let's do green. What green do I have up here? Not that green. Now, let me get a darker green. I have a pretty turquoise color. I have to grab a different green. My favorite pink, Diva pink. This is like my favorite hot pink. You know what I'm going to do? The one I do with the hot pink, I got some little bitty, I was cutting out some stuff today, and I cut a few extra little bitty tiny snowflakes. I'm going to, the hot pink, I'm going to stick a few of these snowflakes in there. So let me paint those white real quick. Oh wow, my eyes are so blurry. Hey Lydia. Hey Lori. Isn't he cute? Where'd he go? I put him over here so I don't touch him. But look at that. Other than his eyes, y'all, that is a little creepy. Okay. Put that tape. Oh, right here. I probably don't need all of these. This will really pop against that pink. Oh, you could do blue, and it would be like, you know, I think blue is really pretty with the white snowflakes. I mean, you could really do any color for frosting, icing with your cookies. Okay. I'll set that over here to dry. Okay, so y'all want to go with pink or green next? You're back. Pink or green? Y'all pick. I'll go with the first two. First two that match, pink or green. Y'all pick. Let's see, I'm gonna pick out some other peppermints too. Green. See, Mary picked green. Pink or green frosting or icing? I'll do these mixed ones. Some of these are, let me show you. Like, can y'all see that? Red and green peppermints. I know it was cold this morning, all day today. I had on, I've got on long sleeves and this shirt, and I had to run out tonight, and I had to go and pick up my daughter's dog, and I wore a jacket. I wore my blue jean jacket. It was kind of cool. I think the high today was 60 here. Pink. Okay, we got a green, we got a pink. The next, somebody pick pink or somebody different, pink or green, and be the tiebreaker. Y'all know there's a delay, so I can't see. Y'all might see a message before I do, or a comment before I do. Oops. Okay, here's another one. I'm trying to pick out some green and red. Yeah, I'm glad it's cooling off though. I'm ready to wear hoodies and sweatshirts and stuff like that. Okay. Nobody's gonna vote? Don't make me pick. Oh, I grabbed some more of these. Dollar Tree has the wooden beads in the Christmas colors again. So I usually stock up my little coffee creamer bottle. So grab you some. Pink. Okay, we got 2 pinks. We're going to go with pink. We're going to do green still, but we'll do pink next. Okay, like I said, I just got a little clump of this from Dollar Tree, the spackling. Ew. Ooh, I hate that. Alrighty. Popsicle stick. That's a big one. Let me grab another popsicle stick. Look how pink that is. Ooh, this is pretty. This would be great if you're doing like a Candyland theme to do cookies. Not real cookies, but decorations that look like cookies. Okay. So we're going to plop this on here. Just like that. Looks kind of purple up there, but it's pink. I don't want to go all the way to the edge because I want it to still be looking like a wood slice. I probably wouldn't do it too thick because I don't know. We'll find out if it's going to crack. You know how sometimes when it dries, some things when they dry they'll crack or kind of crackle. Not in a good way, crackle. I don't want it too thick. I just want it thick enough that it'll hold on my little add-ins. I wonder if I have too much on that one. We'll find out. I'll keep you updated. Okay. This looks like icing. So there's that. That light is like fluorescent looking. Let's see. Hey Claudia. Hey Jackie. Just kick something. Okay. I'm gonna put my cookie down first so I can work around him. Ooh, for this one? Well, okay. Can y'all see? I know those comments kind of get in the way. Okay, so I'm gonna put the cookie down first. Maybe if I don't press him as, no, I see the pink coming up through the eyes. I'm just gonna have to use my little skinny tool or something to paint them black. Okay, so the color, this light, it's making me look red too. That really makes me look red. Oh well. It looks like fluorescent light. Okay. Okay, so I got some snowflakes. I'm not going to use many of them, but let's see. I think the white snowflakes will be really pretty if they're not too big. No. Oh, cute. It's so cute. Okay. You could probably only use 2. I'm definitely going to put these in my shop. But like I said, if you've got wood slices, like real wood slices, or you can get them at Dollar Tree, you could do those. But I would probably, I'll if I put them in there, I'll do them, it'll be the wood slices and the gingerbread. Oh man. I need to not touch stuff. Okay. Okay, so I got white snowflake, big white snowflakes. There's some little white snowflakes in here, but yeah. I'll pick out a few of these. And then I might use those other sprinkles, the little, just the little dot sprinkles. Instead of peppermints. I'm going to use those red and green ones on the green frosting. You just want to make sure it's kind of pushed down in there so it doesn't flake off when it dries. Oops. All right. Let's see. Let's see. I was thinking about putting like these little sprinkles. There's a lot of pink ones in there, pink and white. There's all different colors, but I'm gonna have to mash these in there a little bit. I think these are on sale right now at Michael's. This little jar. I think they're $2.99 for a jar. They're normally $3.99. It's not a big sale, but it's something. I'm just kind of tapping them down there so they're kind of embedded in there. All right, there we go. It's cute. That pink is kind of, okay, let's go with green. What do y'all think? Hey, Dana. No, they're faux sprinkles. These came from Michael's. They're on sale right now. $2.99. They're normally $3.99. I think when I got them, they were, maybe it was buy one, get one half off. So 4, 5, 6. So they came out to $3. They came out the same, $3, $2.99, whatever. And then these, let me show you. These came from Amazon. It's like peppermints and like chocolate chips and regular looking sprinkles, but they're not real. They're all faux sprinkles. Now let's do some green. Let's see how this goes. So we got pink, we got white, we've got red, and now we're gonna have green. And it's just spackle from Dollar Tree and craft paint. This reminds me of those cookies you get at the grocery store, like in the bakery. You know, the like sugar cookie, shortbread cookies with the frosting on. They're so soft. They're so good. They like melt in your mouth. They're so good. All right, let's do this last one. This makes me want to make some cookies. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to crack or not. Have y'all done this? I know I see people do stuff with the spackle. I don't know if having it thicker is better or thinner. Or does it matter? I never know. We're going to find out, though. We just want to make sure we let it dry really good. All right, that's good. This is a little thinner than the others, so I guess that's one way to find out. We'll just experiment. So we've got our green cookie, faux cookie, and I'm gonna put the gingerbread man on there first. I'll do his head up there where it's a little thinner. I'm definitely gonna do these kind of red and green sprinkles. I have bigger ones in here too, but they might be too big. Let's see. These are kind of rubbery feeling. Fake sprinkles. That's what it says. These are a little bigger. I might just do a few, not many of the big ones. Kind of overpower it. Nope, good. I don't see any more. I might get carried away. All right, I'll do the little ones. And some of the hey Angela, late night cookies, yes. Hey Kim, yeah, fake cookies. Late night snack. Yeah, definitely grab you some tweezers to do this if you do it. This makes this so much easier. Oh, I don't need a green one. I'm going to be on tomorrow. I'm in an event. Let's see, it's posted in Central Time. So 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. And then Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. So I probably should have saved this craft for the... I gotta come up with something else to make. It's crafter's choice, so we can do anything. You can do a craft, you can do cooking. I like doing the cooking ones. If I can think of something, because usually if I do a cooking one while something's cooking, like if it bakes, while it's in the oven, I can do a little craft too. So it's kind of a little bit of both. And then afterwards, I have something to snack on. But you know what? Since it's at 5 p.m. Eastern, that means when I get off, it'll be 6. It'll be dinner time. So, that's a thought. I might have to think of something to make in the kitchen. Not cookies, though. Something for dinner. Something more filling. All right. I think. You don't know when to stop. It's like, one more. And then you see a spot and you're like, oh wait, one more. Okay, let me put just a few more and I'll hold it up and show you where it's at. that's good. So one more white. No. Red. Okay, that's good. Okay, so here's the green one. You can see it came up through his eyes too. So there's the green. What do y'all think? Hi, Kathy. I need an idea for recycled project for tomorrow. Recycled project. Basically anything at the thrift store, right? I love those. I love doing that. My problem is I find things there and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. Do y'all remember the lamps that I bought that I want to, two big lamps. And they're Pottery Barn. They look like Pottery Barn lamps. Pottery Barn has these $300 lamps. Well, there's $2.99 and $3.99. So $300 and $400 lamps that look like these. I mean, they're like this big around each. But they're really dark. And they didn't come with lampshades. So I've got to get lampshades. And I want to paint them to look like those Pottery Barn. And they're still sitting in my garage. And so I need to work on those. Because I want to put them, I think I might put them in my living room. I don't know. Because they're big lamps. So I got that. I'm always finding things at Goodwill. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to make this over. I'm going to make this over. I've been riding around. I've told y'all this. And now I think we're coming up on month 2. There's a 3-drawer chest in the back of my Tahoe. And I've been riding around with it, I think, for 2 months now. Because I want to paint it, and I just haven't gotten it out the back. These men helped me put it in there, and it's in the very back. I don't ever look back there. So, because, you know, the seats are up and everything. So, I don't know. I got to get it out of there. But if I get it out of there and put it in the garage, then I'm just going to start piling stuff on top of it. And Greg will be like, what is this? So he doesn't know it's back there. I'm just riding around with it. Okay, let me show you. Okay, this is the white one I did the other day. So there's white. And then the green. And then the red. Like these. And then we did pink. I don't want to touch these. We did pink with some snowflakes. All of these look so pretty. I need a little platter to put them on. Watch, I'm going to drop one. I know I am. Face down. Look how pretty. I knew it. Oh, good. It was the red one. He was pretty dry. So, well, he's not dry, but he didn't smudge. All right, put him down, Jennifer. Cannot be trusted. Okay. Red, green, pink, and then white. The white's dry because I did that one a few nights ago. Okay. Great, I didn't think I'm biting out of them. Hey, that happens with dog cookies around here. Of course, when my kids were younger, we were over at my in-laws' house. They had a pool. They had an in-ground pool. And so we were over there. It was during the summer. And his mom came home, and we were out by the pool. I was laying out, and the kids were, running around the pool. Well, I think Casey might have been laying in the chair next to me. And, they were like elementary school. And he had gone. I was like, we need a snack. And he went in and got us a snack and came out, and we were out there snacking. And my mother-in-law came up, and she was like, what are y'all doing? Why are you eating the cat treat or the dog treats or something like that? I thought they were stale Cheetos. And I was like, what? I was going to tell you they were stale. She's like, they're dog treats. But they look like Cheetos. But we were out there eating them. And I was like, but when you're hungry at the pool, you're like, I'll eat whatever. But I was like, God, these are stale. And she comes up, she's like, why are y'all eating dog treats? So there's cookies, dog cookies that look like Oreos. Like the blonde, or what are they called? The blonde Oreos, the kind of cream colored ones with the cream center. They look just like Oreos, and it's called something the Barkery instead of Bakery. And I think Callie might have ate one of those. But they make them look so real. So yeah, I think he would know these are fake, but you never know. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make hangers for them. But you know, like I was saying, it would be cute to do them all up real cute and then paint the back like a light, either a light tan color or white or something. And then you could put a little message. Just make a cute gift tag. I always think it's cute to do gift tags. So you have the fancy gift tags at the family gathering or wherever. But the gift tag is also a, it's an ornament, it's a keepsake. So it's kind of like a gift on top of a gift. So it's something they'll keep. Because, you know, a regular gift tag they're going to throw in the trash with the wrapping paper. But a gift tag that they could keep. That would be a cute one. I might do that on everybody's gift this year. See how many end up in the trash can. I would get my feelings hurt. Okay, so y'all look, this is we're making this in my private group Friday. How cute is he? He's been laying here. I think this was just a sample I made, but we had craft night last night, and I was telling them it would be cute instead of putting it on the tag, because they got the owl and the tag, and the bead and all that. I think this owl would be cute. Go out and I gotta go out in my yard tomorrow and find like a little stick, a little twig or something, and have him perched. I'm gonna like put him on I might put him on a piece of like pallet wood or something with a little stick. I'm probably gonna do him in fall colors. I had painted this in like 5 minutes, just trying to get a sample because I had to get a picture. So, isn't he cute though? I keep looking over at him. I gotta remember to go get a stick tomorrow. I need to set myself a reminder. But, okay, so I need to make little hangers for them, but those are still wet and I don't want to risk it because y'all saw I just dropped one. So I know I will drop them again. Let me put these sprinkles in here before I drop them or lose them. But, let's see. I just stuck them. They come in a little baggie. And I had some extra spice jars. I need to, oh, excuse me. I need to put these in a little spice jar, sprinkle jar. Okay, and these from Michael's came in a little cute little plastic jar like that. I have a baggie of sticks, but they're kind of fat. So I have a little baggie of, because I grab them if they look like they make a neat rustic looking like pumpkin stem. I have those, and then I have sticks like when I make the rag flags, you know, the little, take a long stick and have the strips of fabric. Maggie got a hold of that Ziploc. It's this big gallon Ziploc baggie, and it's got a whole bunch of branches or like sticks and stuff in it. And Maggie got a hold of it. I guess she was like, yay, buffet, you know, sticks. But whenever I find a stick out in the yard, the dogs chase me like, you know, like I found it to play with them. But I'm like, no, I want to craft with this. Stella had one day. I took a picture of it. It's on my page somewhere. And I took it from her. It was like the perfect snowman arm. It was like a little branch. It was like a stick, and it went straight, and then it forked off, and I was like, oh my God, there's a snowman arm. And you can see her in the picture looking like, give it back, you know. I was like, you found a perfect snowman arm. Okay, I kind of want to, let me see. I'm going to put a little hanger on it, just a simple one. I still hear those coyotes. And then Greg, have y'all heard of Fox? I know there's some little saying, what does the fox say, or something like that. Have y'all heard of fox? I know we've talked about this before. It sounds like a woman, like screaming or screeching or something, but it's the creepiest sound. And it's even creepier when you realize what it is. Like, I used to hear that sound all the time. I was like, what is that? It's like, it almost sounds like a, it's a cross between like a baby cry or a cat fight or a woman screaming. Have y'all heard it? I think you can Google it. And listen, this was several years ago. Our neighbors on that side, they finally moved. We've lived here forever. We were the first house in this back phase of this subdivision, but so we've been here next month will be 25 years. Oh my gosh, 25 years. I've lived here like almost half my life. Oh my gosh, that's so creepy. I've lived here almost half my life because I'm 55 and I've lived here since next month will be 25. That's wild. So almost half my life I've lived in this house. I'm ready to move. So those neighbors moved in back in like 2008, and they always had outdoor cats. I mean, from the day they moved in, we started seeing cats on our deck and in our backyard and on our front porch and all that. And it was like, where are these cats coming from? And then we realized it was them. And if a cat disappeared, she would just go, I don't know if she rescued them or I don't know what. So anyway, it was about this time of the year. It was breezy and cool outside, but when you'd walk outside, it smelled like roadkill, like a dead animal. And I would go out and I was like, smells horrible. And so I went out there. I was like, I can't figure out. Every time the breeze would blow, and it was so disgusting. But yet I'd walk out there and be like, trying to figure out where it was coming from, take a big whiff. And so my son, I was like, Casey, find this smell. Something's dead. And so, he's going to go investigate. He's going to go look around. He's like walking all around the house. He goes under the porch, all this stuff. And finally, I was like, it's somewhere right in here, because every time the breeze blows, I smell it. So we were checking the shrubs and everything. Finally, he found, like, between my breakfast room has a bay window, and then there's these shrubs right outside it, and they're kind of tall, but they're thick. And between one of the shrubs and the house, he found the neighbor's cat, but it was one of those long-haired cats, but like all that was left was its hair and mush, and because it had been there for a long time. But you could tell by the fur what it was. It was him. And so anyway, Casey, got a shovel, scooped it up, and he went out in the woods and he buried it. Oh my God, it was so sweet. Casey, instead of just like bagging it up, like most men would just bag it up and trash it, Casey he went out in the woods, he dug a hole, he scooped it up, and he went out there and buried it. And I saw him burying it, and I was like, that was so sweet of you. And he's like, Mom, it was dead. And I was like, I know, but in my head, I'm thinking most men would have just thrown it in a bag and tied it off and threw it in the trash. So he buried it, and then he went next door and told the neighbors, I hate to tell you this, but your cat, we found it. And he said, but I buried it. And he said, and I marked it in case you want to go see. He took some sticks, and I mean, he was like, how old was he when he was about 17 or 18 when this happened. So it wasn't like he was just this little boy, whatever. But he took some sticks and he wrapped twine or whatever around it and made a cross and put it on the gravesite. It's still out there. I should walk. It's between us and the other neighbors, but it's in the little woods right there. And in the wintertime, when all the leaves fall, you can see it, and it's like, oh my gosh. But he put a little cross on its grave, and he went over and told them. And I couldn't believe it. He was telling the lady, he was like, I just want to let you know. And he was being all sincere and everything. And he said, but I buried it. And she's like, yeah, I heard it that night. She said, those fox got a hold of it. And I came home and I saw fur and blood in my driveway. And I was like, God, I hope my daughter doesn't see that when she comes home. And I thought, do you even care? You know, I mean, she was just all, you know. I was like, I would be so heartbroken if I knew there were fox out there attacking my cat. She said, well, I heard them fighting, and, you know, when I saw the blood and the fur, I knew. And I thought, bring your cats inside, you know. But there's been like horrible weather, and her cats will be on my porch like meow meow wanting in, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta bring them in, you know. I don't understand people that leave their animals out and stuff like that. But I mean, she just didn't even care. And I was like, I was so proud of him for what he did for that cat, you know. But I was like, your cat was, it must have been mangled. I don't know, but it must have ran back there and died. But we didn't know until like we started smelling, and it was like, what is that horrible smell? But I thought that was so sweet of him. He buried it, and he made a little cross. And if I see it when the I'm not walking out there, I'm always afraid of snakes, because I hear people say they find copperheads around here. But when the leaves, I know it wasn't even his cat, and half the time I complained because these cats were like, that one had really long hair, and it would get up on my. I always decorate my porches, patio furniture. I have a rocking chair front porch, and then I have a covered back porch, and then we have a deck, and then we have a gazebo. And I'm all about like the pretty patio furniture and the little tables and the rugs and all that. And there would be cat hair all over everything, and I'd be like, okay, your cats are all over my stuff. And one of our cats killed. We have the little the shrubs, the little small trees outside of that bay window of our breakfast room. Listen, we moved in here in 99, like November of 99, and my dad passed away 2000, wait, was it February 2001? So 99, 2000, well, like a year and a couple months later. So, I mean, we hadn't been here that long. The house was still pretty new. And actually, when we moved here, Callie was in a high chair still. I think she had just turned 1 when we moved here. So she still sat in a high chair in that breakfast room. And she would sit right there in that breakfast room, and right outside the window in the breakfast room, this red bird, a cardinal, would always come and it would come in that bush. And then I realized every year we've had cardinals build a nest in that, because you know the female cardinals are they're not as bright. They're more almost brown with the red up here. And one of my best friends, Josie, she's a redhead. And so Callie, over the years, she would get used to seeing this red bird. And then you would see the female, which wasn't as bright red all over its body. It was kind of a brownish color with that red. And she'd say, the Josie bird. She called it the Josie bird. So I had to tell my friend, I was like, she calls this bird the Josie bird. But every year we have cardinals, and I don't know that it's the same ones every year, but it's so weird because, well, I know it's not, because their cat killed the cardinal. I would come out, and like we have white railings, you know, around the porch, and there'd be muddy paw prints like on my furniture and on the railings leading up to that shrub. And then I found that bright red cardinal laying in my yard dead, and I was so mad. But you know, they said that they kept outdoor cats because it kept the squirrels and the birds and all that off their property. And I'm like, well, keep your cats off my property, and it's killing the birds that I don't have a problem with. I liked having that red bird there because it made me think of my dad, you know. And now your cat has killed it. So, but they come back. I mean, we still, to this day, watch, this year we'll have another red bird or redbird couple, cardinal couple. And then you'll see all these little ones. I mean, it's so fun to see, because then you see all the little baby redbirds, you know, the cardinals, and they're learning to fly, and they just, woo, you know. So it's kind of fun. But now they've moved, so we don't have their cats in our yard anymore and on our porch. I should have put a bell on their collar. I should have done that. I didn't think about that. I don't even think they had collars. I should have put collars on their cats. If they're in my yard, I'm going to put a collar on them. My mom used to say, if anything sits still long enough, Jennifer's going to paint it. I should have. Did y'all see I painted that armadillo? Do y'all remember, if you were here, not this past summer, last summer, we had that armadillo problem. We had like a dozen armadillos. It was disgusting. They were creepy. They were scary. They were everywhere. I couldn't open my garage because I was afraid they'd run into the garage. But they finally went away. I don't know where they went, but I don't care. I don't want to know. It was terrible. They were, burrowing. They were going under. And now my driveway, like we have a long driveway, and then it turns to go into the garage, and where it comes out from the garage, it's starting to crack across there. And I told Greg, I said, I bet you, because I read something that said armadillos can dig tunnels up to usually they're like 6 feet deep, and like 24 feet long and stuff like. So they could be going in right here, and they're probably going way across your yard and coming out somewhere with these tunnels. So I have no idea, but there's probably, it could be like a sinkhole underneath our driveway, because it's cracking all the way across. And I thought it's going to just collapse under. We don't know how deep it is. Yeah, that family of armadillos. So, yeah, did you see I painted one? I was trying to mark them to see if they were the same ones, because like they were there, and then suddenly they were gone. And I was like, oh, thank God, they moved on. And then like 4 or 5 days later, here comes 3 more. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is it the same ones? You know, so I started, every time I'd get close enough to one, who was asking? Was it Amanda? Was asking about my Harry Potter wand. I have a paintbrush that the handle is like this long, and it's black. So I got my big Harry Potter paintbrush, and I dipped it in a turquoise paint, a little craft paint, and I like painted on its shell, so I could tell if every time they came back. Now I didn't get that close. I was just like, and it must have tickled him because it took off. But I've got videos. If you go on my page and look, there was a reel. They were everywhere. They were everywhere. And I even took a picture of the one I painted. I said, you watch, somebody in the neighborhood's going to post on the Facebook page, is something wrong with these armadillos? It's got like a blue shell. I wasn't going to say anything. I'm the weird neighbor that painted the armadillos. Yeah, I painted it. And it must have tickled because he took off running when I did. But man, they weren't scared of you either. They would just come running towards you. And I thought, I don't think they're aggressive. I don't think, but I still ran because I didn't want to find out. But it was terrible because the dogs would see it and they would start trying to dig to get under, out from our backyard. So they finally went away. I hope they never come back. It was awful. Scientists are so confused about the green armadillo. It was awful. I kept waiting to see one crushed in the street somewhere with a blue shell, That's the first time I've ever seen one alive. The only time I've ever seen an armadillo other than here like that was roadkill. So, they were, they just looked, their skin was like speckled looking. They looked like they might have diseases. I don't know if they do or not, but it just looked gross. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Sandra. We're talking about armadillos. I'm sorry. Okay, so I was going to make a little, here. I'm just going to make a quick little hanger for it. I'm just going to use jute. Well, I should use something prettier, but Got some ribbon. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I have baker's twine. That's appropriate, right? Because bakers, cookies, right? Let's do baker's twine. Okay, and it's red and white. So I'm just gonna string some beads on it, but like I said, these don't have holes in them. I forgot to cut holes in them. So I'm just gonna glue it right to the back. Now that I've been chatty. Okay. Did I not? I didn't plug this in. Hold on. It heats up really fast. I can't believe I did that. I could have swore I plugged it in. Okay, but I can go ahead and string these on. Okay, so I'm gonna do that there. I'm just gonna put some beads on it. This has all the colors. Trying to get the striped ones. Okay. Let's do. I love possum. Possum are good to have around. Callie is loving her place. I had to go and she had to work, so I had to go and take her dog out, feed him. Yesterday I had to go and feed him and then take him to the dog park. The dog will not go to the bathroom unless you take him to the park, which they have little, they call them like pet poop stations, like throughout her apartment community. With the little bags and the little trash can thing. But she's got on her little retractable leash, it's got a little thing that holds the little bags, the little bitty bags. But he won't go, which the dog park is only like 2 buildings over. It's really nice. It's a fenced in area. It's got benches, little park benches and, you know, stuff like that. But there's never anybody there whenever I've been over there. But he will only go number 2 if you take him there. And I'm like, please, Riley, I don't want to walk down there. So we ended up walking down there, and you know, he had to check everything out, sniff around, and then he finally went. And then I was supposed to go back over there tonight or this evening and feed him and walk him. And she's like, Mom, if you want to just take him, because she's going to Nashville this weekend with some friends. She was like, I was going to bring him by your house anyway and drop him off. So if you want to just take him. So I went and picked him up tonight. He's here. He's here now. It's so hard to... I need some tape. I think I have any up here. Oh yeah, I do. Right beside me. Duh. A possum chased your dad? Really? Y'all, there's a video. Oh, when was it? It was just a couple months ago. I think it was a couple months ago. There was a possum in our woods right out on the other side of our fence. The dogs were barking like crazy, and I went out to see what they were barking at. That possum was as big as my dog Stella, and she's short, but she's like 35 pounds. She's like muscle, but it was a white possum. It was so pretty. It was very clean looking, but I used to have one. Our Ring camera on our driveway every night would go off, so and I named him Pete. And every night I would see him come up, so I would always go out there and put a piece of fruit right outside the garage on the driveway. And then I'd go back in, and sure enough, he would come and get the fruit and take off. And Greg was getting mad because we buy those Honeycrisp apples, and they're kind of expensive. I mean, compared to the other apples. Why do you keep giving that possum my apples? It's like, well, it's all we have, you know. So then I like cut a banana in half, and I left a banana out there for him. But I like having possums around because, you know, it was hissing. I mean, they eat snakes. They can even eat copperheads. They're immune to that. They eat ticks and bugs, and they eat all that stuff. But he ate apples and bananas and whatever I left him. But so, you know, it was at night. It was late at night. So every night I'd go out there and put one out before I went to bed. And Greg said, I'm going to laugh my ass off when you come running. He said, because you're going to run into that possum one night and you're going to run screaming. Because he's so cute on the camera. But I know if I came face to face with him, I'd probably freak out. Because he was really big. So I was looking at... a lot of times I'd be laying in bed watching him on the camera, and sometimes I'd screenshot it. And I noticed, I was like, do you think it's like different possums? Because you know, it's almost like night vision that you're looking at it through, but like how I could see it. But I was like, do you think it's a different possum? Because it looks different. Look, that one it's almost mangy looking, like it's got a bald spot here, and then like this one has like a bald spot here, and this one has a bald spot on its back, because you only see one. I had to look in closer. Oh, I was watching it one night, and the bald spot fell off and ran, and it was a baby. So you know how possum carry their babies on their back. So when she would waddle up, I would see a different spot on her. It was a baby. So as I zoomed in and looked, she had babies on her back. But when I saw one of them drop off and take off running, she went after it. It was so funny. I was like, oh my gosh. So Pete is actually Penelope. I changed his name to Penelope because I was like, oh, Pete's a mama. It's a girl. So he was like, oh no. And I was like, no, that means I just need to leave a little extra fruit because, you know, now there's like a whole family. But I never saw him after. Oh, I don't want that green one. I never saw him after that. But I liked having him around. It was almost entertaining to see him come every night and look for the fruit. But he would get so mad. Do you have to give him my apples? I'll say yes. All right. Yeah, there was a lady that used to come in my pottery store, and she had a pet possum named Snookums. And she said every morning she'd get up, and he was in his little crate, and she'd say, "Good morning, Snookums," and he'd hiss at her, you know. That gave me the creeps. Oh, they were so cute. But that little one dropped off and took off, scurried across, and she went after it. All right, how many do I don't want to do too many. That's too much. Yeah, that might be too much. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do 3. Okay, let me... Oh, ooh, it's hot now. All right, so I'm just going to glue... Is anybody still here? Okay. I'm just over here rambling. Middle. Dot there. I'm trying to think if I want to put something there. I should have painted the back first, but I didn't. Oh well. Hey, Christina. I have an exciting backyard. We have deer back there. We have raccoon. We have fox. I hear the coyotes tonight. We have coyotes. There's a horse pasture through the woods behind us, so there's like nothing behind us. It's very private back here. But I've never seen any horses. I heard it's a horse pasture, but I've never seen any horses. So, what else is back there? There's owls. Oh, there was a big owl. Callie was telling me, this was about 2 years ago. She said she came in one night and she said, Mom, I drove up in the driveway and this owl was in the yard chasing something, and it had its wings like spread out like really far, and it was running, and she said it was the most terrifying thing she's ever saw. And she just sat in her car, and she was like, I was scared to get out of the car, and it went running, and but it had its arm, like its wings out, and it was just running across the yard. It was chasing something like a chipmunk or something, a squirrel, and she said it finally flew away, and then she ran in the house. But she told us that, and then we were in Home Depot or Lowe's, and they had one of those fake owls, like a big one. So we got it, and we perched it out in the driveway, like up on top, like at the back of my car. Perched it up there, and she came home. And it's just sitting there like facing like where she would pull in. And she sat out there for the longest time, and then she called me and she's like, Mom, there's an owl out here and it's just staring at me. And I've been waiting for it to fly away before I could come in, and she would like flash her lights and stuff. And it wouldn't move, it wouldn't fly away. And she's like, it's just staring at me. And I about died laughing. I was like, well, just get out and just shoo it away. I'm not getting out of my car. It was hilarious. She started videotaping it and everything. It wasn't moving because it was fake, but it was so funny. I told Greg, I said, if we could only like get up on the house and like perch it outside her bedroom window. And he's like, that's too much. I was like, that would be so funny if it was like looking in her window. He wouldn't go for it though. It would be so fun though. I love pulling pranks. Okay. It's a little sideways, isn't it? Kind of, but it'd be cute. But these, can you see a bunch of these on a tree, like in the kitchen? Because I always put a little tree between my kitchen and my breakfast room. It's not a big tree, but like right between those two rooms. So you could have a little, that'd be perfect for a kitchen. I mean, it's right there by the kitchen. So I'm just gonna tie it off so I could still hang it. Okay, I'm just gonna tie the end. Oh, I'm gonna put a little bow. Hold on. I'm not gonna mess with the others because I want to let them dry overnight just to make sure they're super dry. But for anybody that came in late, I don't know, it might be the same people, but there's the white one. We did a white one. We used spackle from Dollar Tree. Got a white. So they're supposed to look like cookies. They're faux sprinkles. There's red. It's got red eyes, kind of creepy. And we did green, and we did bright pink. There's the green one. I want to do a turquoise one too. There's the pink. I know turquoise probably isn't real Christmassy, but it's a cookie. And I think of like Candyland colors. So I might do, well, maybe that one. Yeah. I might do one like in that color. It'd be pretty with the pink ones and all. So it'll look like Candyland. So I think I'm going to take, I have some, throw this away. Got a little piece of ribbon here. It's already tied in a bow and everything. But I need to untie it to wrap it around here. Let's do this. How cute are these? I got that idea from, there was something on Pinterest that was showing like pranks, and some man did this to his wife. Their bathroom had one of those skylights, you know, the little window up in your ceiling, and he had taken an old baby doll, a big old baby doll, and put it up there outside on the roof. And when she was in the bathtub, she looked up and saw a baby head looking in the window. I was like, that would have been an ex-husband real quick. It was just something, and it made me think of that. I was like, we should put that owl outside her window. He's like, nope, that's too much. Well, I'm going to do this too short. I would have died, yeah. I was driving up the street the other day, well, down the street, and this car went past me. Traffic was moving really slow, so this car goes by, and they had like a some kind of decal on their passenger window. It was Betty White, and she was looking, and she was like lowering her sunglasses or something, and I was like, oh my God, because I just glanced over, and I was like, she's dead. But it looked like she was, because it was life size. It was like she was sitting in the car looking out the window. Okay, come on. All right, well, thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm probably doing more talking than crafting. Yeah, her heart could handle it. Hey, Lori. We were always pulling pranks on each other. And my kids always thought it was funny because I'm very easy to scare. I mean, I don't know why. We had come home one day. I'd picked them up from school. We came home. Everybody kind of went their separate ways, you know. She goes to her room. He goes down to the basement, blah, blah, blah. Well, or no, he was in there watching TV or something. I don't know. But it was because I had my pottery up, my kiln and everything was downstairs. So I had gone down. I had gone downstairs to do some more work or something. I was down there for maybe an hour. And I came back upstairs, and all the blinds, I never close my blinds. Well, yeah, I never close my blinds because we have a long driveway. So we're not, and there's nothing behind us. There's this horse pasture. Like I said, I never see anybody or anything back there. So I never close the blinds on the back windows. I never close the blinds. I came upstairs, and all the blinds were, because, I mean, you could tell as soon as you got to the top of the basement stairs and you walked into the kitchen, it was kind of dark. It was probably about, I don't know, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So it was still daylight outside, but it was dark. I mean, everything was closed. All the breakfast room blinds were closed, the dining room, the living room. And I walked up, I was like, what is going on? And so I went and I was looking for my kids. So I go upstairs and I asked Callie, I said, did you close all the blinds? And she's like, what? And I was like, did you close the blinds? She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I go over to Casey's room and I said, did you close all the blinds? And he said, what blinds? And I said, the blinds, like all the blinds downstairs, like the breakfast room, the dining room. I just came up from the basement. I never, ever close those blinds, ever. And all the blinds are closed. And he was like, why would I close the blinds? Okay, we were the only ones home. Y'all, I freaked out. I was like, get in the car. I'm running. I'm like, get in the car. And they're like, what is going on? And I was like, get in the car. So we get in the car. And I just like throw it in reverse. I'm like, getting out of here. I'm like, somebody's in the house. And all I can think, I've watched too many murder mystery type things. Somebody's like closing the blinds so nobody can see what they're going to do to us, you know, is what I'm thinking. I'm not saying that out loud to them. And I'm calling my husband. And I'm like, I was like, somebody's in the house. And he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, somebody's in the house. They closed all the blinds. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I said, I came home. I went down to the basement to do a little bit more work. I came upstairs and all the blinds are closed. The kids were upstairs. They don't know what I'm talking about. And I said, I'm calling the police. And I was like, somebody came into the house while I was downstairs and the kids were upstairs. Somebody's in the house. They closed the blinds. And he's like, we'll call the police. So I'm like, okay, I'm calling the police. And that's when my son said, Mom, I did it. Because I was about to call the police. He finally confessed. I was like, I'm going to kill you. Because I was so terrified. I thought, who does that? Who comes into your house and closes all your blinds? Isn't that stupid? Because my husband was like, you've lost your mind. I said, I'm telling you, it's something. Because, you know, if you never, ever, ever close your blinds and suddenly they're all closed, okay, you notice. You know, it would be different if you closed your blinds often. Maybe I forgot to open them, but Jeff Gordon puts his hand. I went, oh my God. We had a life-size Batman, one of those cardboard figures. Probably what you're talking about. Get some clothes I left behind. Oh my God. And they're scary because they're life-size. It's like a, yeah, we had one of Batman. Back when Batman was, when the movie came out. Who was Batman? I guess it was Michael Keaton. I don't know where we got it. My son loved Batman, and we had gotten it for his room, and then when he outgrew it, it went to the garage. So it stood in the garage. So when you open the garage, if you weren't expecting it, it would freak you out. Okay, y'all, here we go. Let me hold it where it won't spin. I'm done. Okay, isn't that cute though? I'm gonna do a like a different color ribbon for each one. I think, yeah. I've got pink gingham. I've got green gingham. I've got red. I've got black and white gingham. Blue. I don't think I have turquoise though. So if I do a turquoise frosted cookie. The lifetime skeleton's been in the driver's seat. Oh my gosh. Callie has one of those big skeletons. She poses it. She dresses it. She puts like, she calls him Skelly. Push the button. I can't read the rest of that. I'll have to read that. If I keep pushing buttons, I'll end up losing y'all. He has a little hat. She'll pose him like in a chair or whatever. She's crazy. These were, every weekend I do a weekend special on my page. And so last weekend, I just used some of the ones that I didn't sell. You got, it was $5 and you got 2 of the faux, they're not, you could use wood slices like you get at Dollar Tree or whatever, if you can find them, like the real wood slices. Amanda sent me a ton of these in Happy Mail. But so I had painted one of these because, you know, when you're in an event, if you finish early, which I rarely finish early, I had an easy little flip I was doing, that Santa Claus picture. So I just kind of threw that one together as a filler, you know, to fill in the last 5 minutes I had left. But, and it gave me the idea. I was like, you know what? So I went over to the laser and I cut some faux, here they are. These little faux wood slices. See, it's got the little, and so I just put a kit together, and you got 2 little gingerbread men, 2 faux wood slices. You got a little thing of some of the sprinkles, and then you got 2 pieces of jute twine and like 4 little wooden beads. It was a good deal. So you basically got a pair. All you had to, now it didn't come with the paint Or, and actually I just painted this one with white paint, but these little sprinkles are kind of coming off because I just kind of sprinkled them onto wet paint. But if you like rub your finger across, half of them fly off. So then I started playing with the spackle, and that's when I realized, okay, this is a better idea because you can kind of sink everything into, because it's kind of thick. This one hasn't cracked. All I did was I just mixed some like apple barrel paint with the Dollar Tree spackle in a little Dixie cup with a popsicle stick. And then if you've got faux sprinkles, but like that special I did, but I may end up making a kit. It probably won't be, it won't include all that stuff. I don't know. I don't know if I'll have enough. Let me look and see what I have, but I'll probably put together a little kit, and if I do, I'll post it on here and let y'all know that it's in the shop. But it was just a little deal I did. I've done a couple of different little weekend specials past couple weekends. I cut something today. What did I cut today? And I said, oh, I was just playing around. I'm always playing around with things, trying to get ideas for projects for my private group. And so sometimes I'll like cut like a whole sheet of something, and I'm like, nah, I don't know. I should have just cut one, but I didn't. So, it was a movie like that, The Beach House, where her husband would fix everything perfect in the cabinets. She was trying to get away from him because it was, and he would follow her and she would know he was there because, I don't know about that. Sleeping with the Enemy, Julia Roberts, and I don't know who that man was. He was creepy. Sleeping with the Enemy. Is that the one? It was Julia Roberts, and he tracked her down. She tried to make it look, yes, Julia Roberts. It was called Sleeping with the Enemy. I love that movie. She took a swimming lesson because he knew she couldn't swim. And so she secretly took swimming lessons. And then they went out on the boat one night, and the wind was real bad, and she went overboard or something, and he knew she couldn't swim, or he thought she couldn't swim, so he assumed she drowned. And that was her chance. She escaped. That was such a good movie. And then he found her. I don't remember how he found her. Somebody called about something. Gave it away. But, yeah, that was a good movie. What was another one? You know what I watched today? Well, I didn't watch. I had it turned on for, I always turn on something for background sound, like when I'm packing orders. Something familiar. So I know if there's a good part, I want to go run and watch it. So when I turned on the TV to find something, Steel Magnolias was on there. It was like, watch for free or something like that. And I was like, Steel Magnolias. God, I haven't seen that in forever. So I just turned it on. And I'm like in and out and upstairs, downstairs, around and all that. And it was funny because I walked in and, yeah, he found her wedding ring in the toilet. That's what it was. And then, the lady from the YMCA where she took the swimming lessons called to pay her respects. You know, oh, I heard and I'm so sorry. You know, it's such a shame. And he's like, well, how did you know her? Because, you know, he was very controlling. She didn't have any friends. And he was like, I'm curious, how did you know her? And she said, well, she took swimming lessons. He's like, you're mistaking. My wife couldn't swim. And she's like, oh, no. At first she couldn't, but she was a very good swimmer. And that's when, and then he saw the wedding ring in the toilet where she tried to, who flushes their wedding ring down the toilet? I mean, even if it's a plain one, who flushes rings down the toilet? I would never think to do that. Throw in the ocean, you know, when you fall in. No, I watched Steel Magnolias, and you know what I've never noticed? You know what, if you've seen Steel Magnolias, at the end, Daryl Hannah's character, Annelle, remember she works in the beauty parlor with Dolly Parton? She was 9 months pregnant. They're at an Easter egg hunt, and her husband is dressed up as the Easter bunny for the kids. So he's in this big bunny costume. I mean, the big head and everything. And she goes into labor, and they're like, get Tommy. I think, I don't know what his name was. Somebody go get Tommy. And Dolly Parton and her husband throw her in the car, and they're rushing her to the hospital. And they're like, go tell him. So he's in this bunny costume, and he's running, and some guy on a motorcycle is like, you need a ride? And he jumps on the back. And the ending, as the credits start rolling, the ending is this motorcycle flying down the road with the guy on the back dressed in a big bunny costume. And I laughed so hard. I thought, how have I never noticed that? It was so goofy. What is your favorite? My favorite watch? Hello, Barbara. How are you? Yeah, it's just so funny as this motorcycle zooming down the road, and there's a bunny on the back hanging, a man dressed in a big bunny head and all. It's like, that's so goofy. Okay, y'all. I love them. I love these. Steel Magnolias was, really Sally Field, Dolly Parton, Julia Roberts, Daryl Hannah. I can't think of all the men's names. Skerritt. What was that guy's name? Tom Skerritt? Was that his name? Wasn't he in Top Gun or something like that? He was like the colonel, the captain. I have the DVDs. Y'all know what you need to watch. Tell me. Okay, I'm getting way off subject. I'm just chatting. I should be asleep right now because I have a doctor's appointment. Well, it's not a doctor's appointment. I have to get an ultrasound on my leg, on my knee. I think I may have told y'all this. I don't know what's wrong. Something's wrong in the bend of the back side of my knee, and I'm a little nervous. So they're going to do an ultrasound on it at 8 in the morning. I have to be over there. But I want to show y'all this. Hold on. This is my favorite Christmas, not really Christmas movie, but I watch it. I'll put it in the DVD player and play it over and over and over every Christmas. Tell me if y'all have seen this. I've probably shown y'all this before. Hold on. It's right here. Hold on. I dropped my glasses. It's over here because I have a TV up here in my studio. These are my go-to movies. Okay. It's going to be backwards to y'all, but The Family Stone. Have y'all seen this one? It's got Diane Keaton. What's his name? Luke. Claire Danes, Diane Keaton, Rachel McAdams, Dermot Mulroney, Craig T. Nelson, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Luke Wilson. It is so good. Have y'all seen it? It's not a Christmas movie, but it's based around, it's one of those movies, there's so many movies like this, where the family's getting together for Christmas, so the whole thing is played out like over a couple of days around Christmas. This is so good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can watch it a million times, I probably have, and I cry like a baby at the end every time. I just catch my breath. It's one of those. Crash. You've got to get it'll be out. It'll be out either on Netflix or Hulu or something. Every year it's out, but I had to go buy the CD because I just play it over and over and over. I think I put it in last year or the year before while I decorated the tree and just kept playing it. And Greg would come in, why are you watching that again? And I love this one. Do y'all know this one? Under the Tuscan Sun with Diane Lane. I love this movie. This is another one of those that I could just watch over and over. Good movie. 2 good movies. What's the name of it? This one is The Family Stone. Their last name is Stone, but it's called The Family Stone. And then Under the Tuscan Sun. This one's good too. See, Greg doesn't like movies like this, so I have to play them up here on my TV. But this is, I mean, they're all, I always love these movies where it's the whole all-star cast. There's other people in it too, but they have a big family. Oh, it's so good. Now I want to watch it tomorrow. Yes, Under the Tuscan Sun was really good. Crash. Let me write that down. Oh, I was cleaning out something, and I found a birthday card from my dad. I don't know what year, but you know how you see people do things with like their parents' handwriting, like that's where he wrote Jennifer, but it just says love daddy. Who knows how old this is? You're the kind of daughter happy things should happen to. Happy birthday. Wait, what year is this? No, this just has a copyright of 1997, but that could be, you know, the card. I don't know. Surely, I don't know. But I find things, and then I found a little gift tag to Callie, love Pawpaw. I save things like this. I don't know why I was tucked in that. And then I found one of Callie's. It was from my mother-in-law. We love you, Nana and Papa. But you know, you see some people get tattoos like a something their parent wrote to them or something. I don't think I'd ever get love daddy on me, but I always like save stuff. If somebody wrote something in something, then I'll save it. I don't know. I just happened to, I found that one in a drawer. Hey, Janice. I don't have any tattoos. I've said that I want to get one, the scar on my shoulder blade, because you know, back in April, we found skin cancer on my shoulder blade, and I had to have that removed. So I've got a scar down my shoulder blade it's about that wide, and probably about 4 inches long. It's big, but it's and I always said, you know, well, that wouldn't be a bad place to get a tattoo, you know? It's my shoulder blade. Who sees my shoulder blade? Maybe in the summertime somebody might see it, but, you know. I know, I save stuff like that, you know? You have one of your doggies. See, I could totally see getting one, because my dogs are my life. Greg always says, I really hope... I said, you shouldn't say things like this. He said, I hope I go before that dog, because... No, what did he say? Yeah, he said, I hope I go before that dog, because I do not want to be around you when that dog goes. Because, I mean, you should see her at night. If we're watching TV, she'll come and get in my arms, and I'll wrap her in a blanket like a baby, and she will just start snoring away. And I call her my baby burrito. I mean, she just sacks out. So now, I did it like once or twice, and then now she comes up and like climbs up in my lap and like nudges like, come on, remember what we're doing? And it's so funny. She'll start snoring away. You have 2 tattoos. I do want to get one. But I hear people say once you get one, then you say, oh, I'll get one more. I'll get one more. So, I don't know. I haven't thought of what I would put there. I don't know, because it's a long scar. And somebody, I think Carol Ruth was saying, make sure if you're going to get a tattoo over a scar, make sure you find someone who's experienced in tattooing over scars, because apparently the skin is different. So, you know, you want to get somebody that knows what they're doing. Yeah, I've heard that. Once you get one, you can't stop. Callie has one, and it's so funny because, you know, there's a certain age you have to be to get a tattoo, a minimum age. And as soon as she hit that age, she wanted to get one, and all her friends were going to get one, and she said she couldn't. She's like, I couldn't think, what do I want to get? What do I want to get? So she got a pineapple on her ankle. And, you know, apparently a pineapple is a sign of like a swinger or something. And she's like, great, now I've got a pineapple on my ankle. Now that she's older, she's like, great. And I was like, does that have anything to do with SpongeBob SquarePants? I don't know. I mean, I know she loved SpongeBob SquarePants when she was little, but she's like, I couldn't think of anything, and I love pineapples, so. I'll be happy with it when I'm 80 years old, or if I get that far. Yeah, well, you know, they say, oh, you're going to regret that. I think we'll have more important things to worry about when we get 80, you know, than a tattoo. I mean, unless it's like on your face or something, you know. I don't know. Yeah, your tastes change, so I'm the worst about that. I can paint a room, and a week later I'm like, why did I do that? Now I'm too tired to paint it back. Okay, y'all, what is this? 12:30. Been on here 2 hours. So, but I got lots of cookies finished. I think they're dry enough to handle, but I'm gonna let them dry overnight. These turned out really good. I'll take a picture because I feel like this light up here makes them look a little different. But I do think I'm gonna take my little dotty tool from Dollar Tree. It was like Score or something like that. Oh, you can still got paint on it. I'm probably gonna, I don't know. I'll probably mess it up. So, because like these eyes are bulging out. Look at that. But then again, it's kind of cute. It kind of looks like somebody used frosting to pipe them on there. I'll probably mess it up. So I'm probably gonna leave it. But I touched 2 of those buttons, but I think they turned out really pretty. I think they'll be super pretty on they'll add a lot of color to a gingerbread tree. So, fun stuff. I don't know, I really like the red one. It's just that I like the sprinkles I did on this one with the chocolate chips and peppermints and stuff. So if y'all make some of these, but let me know. But you know what? Like I said, you can get wood slices anywhere, or you could get anything that's round. It doesn't have to be a wood slice. But I probably will put some of these, because look, I got a stack of them. And I got some more here. I think these, wait. Some have holes in them and some don't. So you could, like these are real wood slices, but they had a hole in them, so you could string your little hanger through there. So, you know, just whatever. But oh goodness, I will look and see what I have. Thank you, Cheryl. I like them too. I love them. Look at some little snowflakes here. All right, y'all. Here's the bad thing about when I do these late night lives. I think the dogs forget I'm up here. Like they're probably asleep downstairs. And when I go out, and because our master bedroom's on the main floor, so when I go out of here and go down those stairs, I'm gonna have 4 dogs barking and they're gonna wake Greg up. You want just some gingerbread men, or do you want the wood rounds with it, or oh, I know what I cut today. I cut but I was trying to think of like embellishments, so I might do that. like a little bundle of these. I might do a little bundle of all like that size, and then a little bundle of like different sizes. Oh, how did I do that? Did I do that? I was just doing that. I cut some little reindeer. Did I bring them up here? I thought I grabbed them. Hold on. I cut some little reindeer that are so stinking cute. Give you some ideas, because I feel like, you know, you always need like little embellishment stuff, especially like for something like this. So look, I've got like little candies like that. Gingerbread men. Hold on. Look at these little lollipops. So like if you're doing a Candyland theme or something like that, because you know last year that was like my big thing. I wanted to do a Candyland theme or Candyland colors. So I wish I'd brought those in here. I cut some little reindeer. Some are like this big, this big. I think the biggest might be like 4 inches. So it's like 3 different ones. And then I cut a bunch of snowflakes. These were some extra snowflakes. I'm probably going to run those as my weekend special. I've been trying to do like a weekend special every week. I just started doing it 2 weekends ago. But and the rounds. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do like some little bundles of just gingerbread men, and I'm working on the bundles of the little reindeer. Well, the reindeer have some snowflakes with them. I was trying to add stuff in with them, but I'll probably do bundles of just these size gingerbread men, and then another bundle of like multiple size gingerbread men, like a whole bunch. Not a whole bunch, because somebody might just want a few, but you could buy multiples if you wanted to. But I'm still working on that. I took pictures of I'll post a picture tonight, actually, because I know when I go to bed, I'm not going to go to sleep. I'm just going to go down there and get on my phone. Hi, Tina. I'll post a picture and show y'all. And then I will put together some listing for some of these in case somebody wants them. But like I said, you could probably find it. I mean, I don't know how much Dollar Tree. I have a hard time finding them. Sometimes I get lucky and then I'll find them and they're like oval or they're weird shapes. So that's why I was like, you know what? These that Amanda sent me are really good. I thought that was sweet of her. She sent me a whole bunch of these. So I might paint some of these for my tree, and then I'll just sell these that I've got cut, because somebody might want those. Okay. Oh, and go to Dollar Tree. I just saw they're putting out their Christmas, so if you like to get, I always grab, and then I have a few in here that came from, see how the striped ones? They came from Amazon, but this is a good deal if you get 60 beads for $1.25, all the Christmas colors. So I'm gonna reload this. I save everything. This is from my coffee creamer. I get that sugar-free hazelnut coffee creamer. I saved these. I have one up there full of white beads, brown beads, black beads, pink pom-pom balls. I have these. I think I have some that are like candy corn color, yellow and white and orange beads. So, I'm good. Tina, how are you? You need a project idea for tomorrow. Sorry. Oh, that's okay, Amanda. That's right. You're getting ready to go out of town. What can you, it's, what is it? Reclaimed item. I always like to reclaim picture frames. You can turn a picture frame into a tray, or I don't know. I go into Goodwill and stuff and find stuff to reclaim. Or a platter you could turn into a tray. Let me show you what you missed, Amanda. We made cookies, faux cookies. Look. There's you got some of these coming to you. You got a package going out tomorrow. I was kind of hoping I got all your stuff in there. You had a package go out today. You got another package going out. You got a big box. Another one going out tomorrow. And then your Howdy Pumpkin sweatshirt is in this one. But the football one that I'm making my Florida Gator, and I'm making yours the Ohio one. It's supposed to be here Thursday. So it should ship, depending what time it gets here, either it'll ship Thursday or Friday. So I'm hoping you'll have it in time in case you want to take it on your trip. No time to shop. You're new. Well, welcome, Tina. I'm glad you're here. Where are you from? I'm in Georgia. Yeah, if you have platters, you got 5 emails today. I know the tracking. I know everybody's like, I got a tracking number. I shipped a bunch of stuff this morning, or I put it out this morning. He came this afternoon. Ontario, Canada. Welcome. You're way up there. I'm way down here. Welcome in. I'm glad you found my page. I'm not always on here late at night, but I always like coming on here late at night. We just have to watch out for the creepers. But yeah, I have the sweetest ladies on here. Everybody in here is so nice. So anyway, yeah, we made oh, I hear the coyotes again. It creeps me out. We made, look, we did a red one. We did a green one. Did you see before you left, we were mixing, I did a pink one. And then I'd already done the white one like yesterday or last night. I just mixed Dollar Tree spackle. I just put it in a little disposable cup, and I got a popsicle stick. And I just squirted whatever color, just craft paint, just to color them. Just like some green, red. Even the white, I put white paint in there to make it creamier, because it's like, it's kind of gritty. So the paint kind of smoothed it out, made it a little bit, maybe that'll help it, keep it from cracking or anything. Oh, thank you, Lydia. There's a, I still, now I can't go to the bank without thinking of you. Amanda said, every time I throw something out there, Amanda goes and orders it. And I'm like, okay, you might want to wait, because there's something else about to post too. I found some more gingerbread stuff. But she said her husband said, we just need one of those tubes, like at the bank, and when you're in the drive-thru, the tube that goes to the teller. We need one from her house to my house. I told Greg that, and he said, oh my gosh. Wouldn't that be funny, though? Because she'll be like, hey, I got these napkins. Do you want some? I'm like, Tina, you're a crafter too. Do you have a page, or you just craft watching, or who else is Diane Burns? We keep telling her she needs a page. She makes the most beautiful stuff. She's in our private group, and she just blows us away with some of the stuff she makes. All of her stuff is so good. That's actually how I found her. There was a group, a craft group, and where people can post and share things they've made. And when I first started doing Facebook Lives, I would always share my stuff into some of these groups. And I would see her stuff, and I was like, oh, what's her page called? And I could never find it. And then I finally reached out to her, and she's like, oh, I don't have a page. I just craft. Yes, on the page. You lived in Toronto, Lydia? I didn't know that. I know Diane does so much pretty stuff. What was I looking for? I could have swore I brought those reindeer up here. Yes, I didn't. Okay, what time is it? Going live. Oh, Cheryl, you're going live on Saturday. First time since I had my shoulder replacement surgery in August. I'm excited. What time Saturday? I want to come watch. I'm gonna write it down. Hey, Donna. 1 p.m. Eastern. 1 p.m. Okay. I gotta set a reminder in my phone. Sorry. If I lay it down, I'll forget it. I was saying that I cut some little reindeer. I was cutting some pieces today. Thinking embellishments, like little bundles to offer. So I'm probably gonna, I cut out some little they're like the reindeer on the ornaments that you ordered, but I took and I shrunk some down and did some, just the reindeer. So it's not any of the other stuff. So I'm gonna create some little bundles that people, and I'll probably do them as a weekend special this weekend. So y'all watch my page if you're looking for embellishments, but I'll probably do like little bundles of little gingerbread men. Because you never know when you need these little things for your little crafts. Like some more small snowflakes and stuff. These were those candy canes that made a heart. They were part of that gingerbread kit that we did. That's one of my favorite kits. That whole, gingerbread cookie line that I was doing, like, I guess about a week ago with the cookie cutter. I love that. And the Get Baked. Do I have that? No, I took that downstairs. That Get Baked sign is so cute. But then now these, these are so fun. All right, I'm going to show again in case anybody came in late. I know Donna just came in. Okay. We did faux cookies with faux sprinkles, faux wood rounds, everything. These were those little kits that I had on special over the weekend. So anybody that grabbed some, here's some samples. Now it came with a little thing of sprinkles. It came with these sprinkles because I was telling Amanda, I could not find these sprinkles anywhere. I found them. They were in a box with my bingo cage from Whatnot, where we were doing scoops and stuff. I guess I had tossed them in there because I had put a bunch of sprinkles in these little containers and threw those in the scoops jar. But I was like, I can't find my sprinkles. She was like, you probably put it somewhere where you wouldn't forget it. And I was like, yeah, and I forgot it. So I found them. But anyway, the ones that people got over the weekend have some of these sprinkles, which they're super cute too. That's what I did on this one, just those little sprinkles. Feels like a cookie. Okay, so that's it. I am going to go and wake the dogs, who will wake my husband. And it's almost 1 in the morning. He's gonna love that. But yeah, I gotta get up super, super early in the morning. So wish me luck. I'm not really looking forward to that. So watch tomorrow. I might post that picture tonight, but I hate to post a picture of something. Maybe I'll say coming this weekend. But people will always say, well, how much? How much? Can I get it? Yeah. So I kind of hesitate on posting a picture until I know it's in the shop. So in case anybody wants some. Thank you, Amanda. It's almost 1 there too. Yeah, it's 12:51 a.m. So I'm gonna go. All right. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. This was fun. I always like doing late night lives. All right. So I'm going to clean some of this up. And I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm on tomorrow live on Stand Tall Crafting Group's event at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. I think her flyers are always Central. Oh my goodness, I keep yawning. No, it's okay, Donna. I didn't even announce that I was coming on. I kept thinking about it, and I was like, I was gonna make some of these cookies, and I thought I'm just gonna turn it on. Good night, everybody. But yeah, I'll see y'all if you're around tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, and then Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see what I come up with. Lydia, makeover. If you're still looking for something, makeover a tray or a picture frame. I always love picture frames. I always try to find the ugly picture frame and turn it into something pretty. Trying to think what else. Or find like a cabinet, not a cabinet, but like, I don't know, something you can turn into a little organizer, like on a desk. I've got something here that I bought that I wanted to do, and it's still over there, brown wood. And I got stuff in it. I've been using it as an organizer. I never did make it over. But do that. If all else fails, go with a picture frame. That's what I say. Turn it into a pretty piece of art you can hang on your wall. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for following, Tina. All right. If you said you have a page, right? Comment below, because I'm gonna go back and read all the comments again. Tell us what your page is, and we'll follow you. All right. Good night, y'all. Bye.